Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome back to the Cult of Vintage. So today we are at a very special place. We are still in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Now we are at a vendor mall by the name of Rust and Shine Unique Shops. And again, it is in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and I will be sure to drop a link to their website down below. Now, some of you might have heard of this place, Rust and Shine. And the reason that some of you have probably heard of it is because in this particular vendor mall, one of our very own has a booth here, and that is Miss Cindy J. Timeless Treasures. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I drop a link down below to Cindy's Etsy shop and her Instagram page, so you can make sure to give her a follow. Check out her Etsy shop. We're going to check out her booth. She has no idea that we're here. She has no idea that we're about to do this. But Cindy, we're going to creep on you today, lady. So everybody, let's check it out. Here we go. Alrighty guys, so here is your exterior. Again, Rust and Shine, and we are in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Now this building is often referred to as Raytown. It used to be a sewing factory. On the opposite side, if you're around my age, you remember, this also used to hold a place called The Factory, which was like a under 21 dance club. So let's get inside and let's check it out. All right, so when you first walk in, there are a lot of local artisans that do have their wares. So I did want to take a little bit of time and show you around here. Here we do see some art glass, some blown glass. You know, I think it's important to really support local artisans. Times are tough out there for everybody, and you know, being shut down for so long, it's difficult for artists. Look at those fish. Those are lovely. Spong glass. We're gonna go with that. And we do have some more blown glass animals over here. These are absolutely adorable. They are super stylized, very kitschy with those eyes. Do you see that bull with those bulging eyes? They all, look at that little dog with the bone. That flamingo, little dog, the Dalmatian there. They were absolutely adorable. I will say the last time that I was here, there were a lot more of the animals. So people have been buying them up. And I'm going to show you. Now, obviously, this is not real jadeite. This, I believe, is the, who did it? It was Pioneer Woman who did a set of these. Now, here we have some beautiful pottery. Again, a local artist. I don't know the name, but it does look like they put like a geode in the middle of it, or quartz. I just thought that was really interesting. I'd never really seen that done before. The pig cutting board. Oh, these blue plates were beautiful. And at $14 each, not bad. You see the butterfly there. So again, I just kind of wanted to spotlight that. And we are about to head back into the vendor mall. And we're going to jump. Now, I never pick up a basket. I'm going to give you a quick panorama here. It's a little difficult because the booth here to the right, it kind of cuts off the view, and that's all right. And I spot immediately, look at that, a Miss Dainty and a Mr. Cutie Pie wall pocket. You got this set for $35. Now, I have already sold these. I'm just going to put that out there to you. I couldn't believe I found Mr. Cutie Pie with her. They were in immaculate condition, too. And here to the right, I did see these chalkware pieces, this flower, a beautiful condition. And right below it, there was an apple. I didn't get either of those pieces, but... Now this booth had, when I had been here previously, had some really good pieces. I really regret there was I believe it was a left-in, it was either garlic or an onion, a little figural jar. And I really wanted to make sure that I checked it out because I really did plan on getting it for resale. Unfortunately, somebody had snatched it up, and that's okay. Congratulations to whoever got it. It wasn't me. Oh. And we have the Royal Copley, the figurehead vase. And this is the brownie gold bank. I mean, it was quite literally for the brownies back in the day. They would use those. Really cute. I see those quite frequently. If you can get them for a relatively inexpensive price, there's definitely some resale value on them. I think that one was at 22, so as a collector, that would have been a great get. I've kind of debated about them. Oh, this chef string holder. These string holders seem to follow me everywhere I go. I don't know. Maybe they're just very popular in central Pennsylvania for whatever reason. Pennsylvanians were really losing their string back in the day and they just thought they had to have them. So I see them a lot. Oh. And over here, we're seeing some stuff. I didn't really. Oh, yes. The Shed's peanut butter tin. And what caught my eye, of course, was the pixie on it. Now, that pixie's being rather naughty. He's pulling that lion's tail. He's a brave pixie, that is for sure. But there were some other pixies on it with some other kind of like zoo or circus animals there. The gorilla has got the club. Those pixies look very naughty. It was only $10. I kind of wished I had gotten it. It was in overall really good condition. Obviously, there were some dings. There was a little rust to it. But the graphic itself really held up well. That's a bit of a disappointment, Michael. Oh boy. And here we have a little frog planter at $24. They did have it marked as McCoy. Truthfully, if it was less expensive, I definitely would have picked it up for resale. I don't really collect a lot of frogs, so I didn't get it even for myself. We're just going to check out some more things. And then I decided to go ahead and get a basket. I never get a basket. And that's right, we got them. I never get a basket because I think it's a jinx. So I'm obviously very excited there. And here we're going to check out some other vendors now. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then I did see what I believe is a Shawnee, a little duck planter. He's loving it. He's living life. We're setting the basket down. We're going to go back to it. We're going to say, how much are you? I don't know. And then I was having a hard time trying to get the camera in, and I thought, let me flip it. And then I was like, no, I can't do that. No, can't get that angle. Let me set it down and try it. $11.99. That is a really good collector price, just not where I would have liked it to have been. We're going to jump, and we're headed back down the little aisle. Now, I will say it's not the biggest store, Rust and Shine, so far as vintage and antique goods, and that's okay because, as you will see, we made out quite well. Now, I was really attracted to this teapot. I don't know if one would call that mid-century or Art Deco. It's got a little bit of both vibes. I feel like if you were, decorating with either style, you could certainly get that to fit in. And a little boudoir lamp here in the blue. Depression era. Now this booth on the end, and it is on the end to the left, is one of my favorites. This vendor always has, it's just cram full of good stuff. For example, these long neck cows, they were priced at $10 for the set. They were in really good condition. There was a remnant of a sticker. But at $10, it just really wasn't where I would have preferred it to be. I probably for something like that would have paid $6. Now, I think as a collector, if you were going in there and getting this for $10, that definitely would have been a great score. Look at all of that. Look at all of those treasures. So I'm going to take my time, just try to absorb it all. Take it in slowly.
I mean, you can see there's just so much, and there's a lot of littles. Now, I did see this little anthropomorphic bug figurine. I have sold several. Now, they were smaller. It is a made in Japan piece. He is playing baseball. I did sell one that was smaller where he was a catcher. I sold one where he was like a little newsy. He was selling a newspaper. And then I did see this owl salt and pepper shaker, the salt and pepper shaker set. I have sold this particular sculpt. However, mine were in an orange luster, and I decided to go ahead and let them hug and kiss because that's how they should be. They're in love. And I did see this little long neck dog. He is a Brins ceramic. I did pick him up. He was just $5. I thought that was, oh, no, pardon me. He was $4. Even better. I love a 20% off immediate sale. I thought he was really cute. And you often see those in cats. You don't too often see them in dogs. So that really was a no-brainer for me. But just look how full. Look how full these shelves are. We're gonna take our time, make sure we don't miss anything. And yes, I do spot them. Two Santas. Now, the first one, the one here to the left, he is a squeaker. He did work. Now, I actually have this particular squeaker. He is based off the Girly Candle. But at $15, it just, if he was $5, I would have gotten him. Now, this Santa Bank, there were several. Obviously, he just has the little imported sticker there, and he was priced at, that's upside down, Michael, but okay, it was priced at $25, which, these can sell, especially during Christmas time, 50 to 75. Unfortunately, it being June, I just don't have the storage space to hold on to something for several months. Now, maybe a Christmas in July sale would definitely be a good time. But that was definitely a good price for that. And I'm just seeing all kinds of stuff. And then you guys look how fast the camera gets. I see it. Yes, a whole Howard mustard jar. And yes, you're reading that correctly. Oh my gosh. It's $15. What? $15? And then I see it. You see it there. He is repaired. His neck broke. So I'm like, ooh, how bad? Does he still have a spoon? Well, yes, he still has his spoon. The spoon wasn't broken. We're going to get up close and personal with that breakage. I just can't get over the price of $15. He is stamped Holt Howard, 1958. And I decide, you know what? I'm going to take him. We're going to cut out here to the booth. And you know what? The reason that I decided to get him is that if you are a collector and you love the kits, you love the Holt Howard, you certainly know that those go anywhere from 75 to 150 per piece. Yes, it was damaged. Yes, it was repaired. However, in my opinion, it's just an example of even though something is damaged, I love that fired on paint. It was very cute. But even though it was damaged, it is great for maybe like a passive collector of the Holt Howard, and you're just going to use it as a decorative piece. Yeah, it's damaged. That's okay. So what? I know a lot of people that are damaged, and they're still living productive lives. You know what I'm saying? They're glued back together, maybe a little bit more delicately than other pieces, but they're still living life just fine. Now, I did see this beautiful carnival glass candy dish. It was priced at $12. I love the shape of it. I love those pointed finials on it. Now, here is the thing. It's got some beautiful luster to it. The base is clear. Had that carnival glass run down through the entirety of the piece, I certainly would have picked it up for the $12. But it being a clear base, it did lead me to believe that it was a newer piece of carnival glass. So I was just like, oh, again, a collector, something that you wanted to put into your collection and add a little bit of that orange, a little bit of that luster, that carnival effect. It would have been a great price, but it's not something I collect, so that definitely would have been for resale. Now I'm going to get this confused, and even in my head right now, it is Is it Blendo or Blanco? I can never remember. I love this green with the oil and vinegar cruet, the salt and pepper shakers, the mixing or the salad bowl, I guess. Oh, I love that green. Oh, that would go great if you had like a jadeite. Ooh, or if you had like those light blue, the Anchor Hawking. Oh, that would be great too. Oh, or if you had like some pastel dishes, that green with it. And now we're gonna check out some dog planters. There's a little bit of chalkware down here. That Royal Copley, the dog with the mailbox planter. And then I did see these. They looked like they were salad tongs, and I was like, but are those ceramic? And I want to check them out. They were, in fact, ceramic, and they were little lettuce leaves. But overall, I was like, unique and odd, but I don't know how utilitarian. I don't know how easily they would display. And we're about to make a jump here. Now we have moved on to the next booth. This is a little bit further down. This booth is actually where I got, I believe, which is where I got the Miss Dainty and Mr. Cutie Pie wall pockets. This adorable little Scotty dog, he's had a day. He was priced at $19. I thought they did something really interesting with it. They used it as a utensil holder. Oh, who is this? I believe. Oh, nuts. Oh, it is embossed. It is satin glass. It is smooth, or pardon me, it is satin on the interior and exterior as well as the bottom. At $14, it was a great price. I did run some comps on it. They go for about 28 to 35 in this particular pattern. Um, there definitely was room for profit on it. I didn't think that it was unique enough. It just wasn't sparkling enough. And that's the problem when you find really good kitschy stuff. It's just kind of like everything else, even though it's good, you're like, oh, this isn't measuring up. Now here's a Royal Bayreuth piece, and this one is stamped. Royal Bayreuth. This probably was I think that had a blue stamp at 35. It Without looking, I always forget the color stamps, but Royal Bayreuth was an Austrian company, and they did very intricate sculpt work on a lot of their pieces. Now that would have been like a piece to an entire collection. They did tomatoes, lobsters. They've even done some figural pieces that I do collect. And here we have a little locked cabinet. And what I did see was this beautiful clear glass with this silver Art Nouveau figural piece the lady had on top. Oh, maybe I'll get it to focus a little bit better here in a second. You can kind of make it out. It was difficult. The cabinet was lighted, so the lights were being difficult for me. But she was a beautiful piece. She was at $29. Now, I do not, do not know anything about purses. I do know these beaded purses, there is a very strong collector market on it. There are, you can resell those no problem. I just, I don't know anything about them. And of course, we've got to call out the little jadeite there. We're just going to turn around here in the booth, I guess. Oh boy. And then you just see some larger pieces, but again, I'm going to check it all out. Oh, yep, there's our basket. I am going to make sure going forward that I show you guys the basket more often. We're going to jump here. That way you can you see what we're buying. I know a lot of people don't. There's not as much enjoyment, pardon me, out of a haul. You see those creepy clowns back there, that Redware tea set? Ooh, Lord, he's leering. Like, calm yourself. But yeah, I know, and I feel like a lot of times it's very much like, here's this object. Let me tell you about this object, and it's more of I'm talking at you rather than I'm talking with you kind of thing. And I've got to say, I really have enjoyed doing the voiceovers because I feel, I don't know, like we're having a conversation with one another. And, even though you're talking to me in my head, we're still having a conversation. So I really have enjoyed doing the voiceovers much more. And now we're going to head upstairs. Look at this lady. I'm like, girl, I mean, at least she has her mask on. Yeah, we're going to get up close and personal. Honey, your eyebrows don't match the hair, but okay. Get it together. Like I said, at least she had her mask on. Who am I to judge? But I gave you a little quick overview, and we're going to head up more stairs. Do, 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 and boom, we're at the top. Now, when you first walk upstairs, you are going to notice that there's a lot of primitives. Now, the primitives really aren't my vibe per se. I think that there are some beautiful pieces. I think that for vintage, especially antique collectors, there are definitely pieces, that you can pick up to add into your decor. I know that the primitive decor is very popular. I have a tendency to call it colonial for some reason, and I know that's probably totally wrong. But obviously, Pennsylvania being a very early settled state, a lot of the buildings, a lot of the construction on the interior, it lends itself very well to the primitive or colonial decor. I did see that wooden bathtub. I thought that was cute. So it is very popular in Pennsylvania, Maine, the Northeast. And we're going to go ahead and cut here. And we are in the other side. And there are some more vendors over here. But yeah, that primitive decor is popular up here. Some little, those are, I don't want to call them tin. They're metal. They're cut metal signs. Man cave rules. Did you see that? Lord, get naked. What's going on over here? This vendor likes the party. And you guys, there it is. There is Cindy J's Miss Timeless Treasures booth here. So we're going to spend some time showing it off. Look at that. Cindy got it color-coded. I see you, Cindy. She does. She put her colors together. I love this little Mary Gregory vase here. I love that. Are we going to call it lime? Are we going to call it chartreuse? I don't think that we can call it green. That wouldn't be right. And look, Cindy even has red birds at only $10. I was tempted, I'm not going to lie. But I didn't get it. I didn't get it. It looks like it could be a Viking. Oh, and there's the purple cow. She's got some cow creamers, a little satin glass fairy lamp down there. Here's the blue. Look, Cindy even has bluebirds, you guys. My goodness. That's a steal. That one is marked 1991, I believe. Now, this is Titan art glass, obviously, because it does have a sticker. Oh, look at this beautiful. This Tiffany blue. Ooh, that color with that clear applied handle. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, shoot, I missed the Bullicante bird back there. That's 08. Some Westmoreland, this swung vase. It is, what is it called? Blue mist. There's a dark blue mist and there's a green mist. Like, ooh, green mist. Doesn't sound very healthy, does it? Just got her little menagerie set out there. Menagerie, I know I said it wrong. And this beautiful deer planter. Ooh, I kind of regret not getting this. Oh well. Maybe next time, or maybe one of you watching it is going to run down there and snatch it up. And I believe Cindy does have a sale going on right now. So if you're in the area, I know that and that was only $15 too. Again, as a collector, that is a great price. Look at that Porky the Pig planter there. Adorable. I mean, but displayed beautifully. Everything is grouped together. And then, of course, we do see the salt and pepper shakers. I don't know what I was doing while I was angling down. Look at these two sweet little ones, a little boy and a girl. Pink bow, blue bow. Only $8. And yes, I do take them home. Look at those lashes. Little squirrel with the nut. We're going to check it out. I like those. I wonder, can you guys hear the birds again this morning? I am recording by an open window. I thought it would be nice. Hopefully, sometime soon it'll rain and I'll open the window and try to do a voiceover while it's raining. Look, there's my hand. Well, I'm going to take you with me, dogs. And there's our basket. There's the floor. And I'm circling back around. I did see this. I don't know. This was only $10. I kind of feel like, oh, this was not, the drainage hole. But the frog, it's a lily pad. Do you see it? And the frog is like peeking out of the lily pad, and it's the vase. I just thought that was an adorable little idea. Oh, well. But yeah, I thought it would do well to see if I could do a voiceover when it's raining and you could kind of maybe hear the rain a little bit in the background. I know a lot of people really enjoy throwing you all down a little ASMR. Is that what it is? ASMR? I don't know. We'll go with it. And in this booth, now they did have some vintage toys, and you all know, if you don't know, I can't help it. I have to look at the toys. You just never know what you're going to find. And in with the vintage toys was this yellow stalking panther planter. This yellow stalking panther planter. That's a tongue twister. I'm glad I got through it. He was not, darn it, I didn't show the price. I know that he was not priced bad for what it was. I know it wasn't priced where I would have preferred it to be. I do know that it was a very collector friendly price. Now this vendor did have a lot of, what are they called? Little people. Very, very collectible. In particular, like this train set with those animals. I know it may sound crazy, but again, if you are just kind of like a general merchandise reseller, certainly something that I would recommend looking up. Now, I did in this particular booth from this particular vendor, let's say particular one more time, I found some beautiful uranium hand painted candlesticks. They were enameled. They were in phenomenal condition, and I got them for $5. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I checked this booth out again. Now it did look like they had some artisan pieces. In particular, it is two wine bottles. They are fused together to form that candle holder. I don't know. I really liked the look of that. It was a very mid-century look to it. And we're going to, okay, my editing wasn't the best. I probably could have snipped a little bit of that out, but. And then there are some clothes. So if you feel like doing a little clothes shopping, you have that opportunity too. Now, we're walking by those booths because I did show you those initially when we walked by. So there were a lot of newer pieces-ish in this particular booth. So we're kind of scanning, giving it an overall look. But again, there was some pride taken. I mean, all of these vendors really, here's that French Country, or what is it, Farmhouse. All of these vendors, I mean, you just tell everybody really just takes pride. Like they enjoy displaying their items. They enjoy selling their items, and it's very evident in the way in which they display things. This booth had a lot of little treasures to it too. Again, is it Blendo? Is it Blanco? I think it is Blendo. I don't know. I can never remember. I know it starts with a B, darn it. It's a B. It's a B. That stuff there. There were a lot of Asian pieces mixed in with mid-century. It was a really interesting kind of dichotomy of pieces, and I really enjoy that because you just never know what treasures. It shows that this vendor, like myself, like a lot of us, it doesn't have to be, oh, I only collect. Do you see that men's travel kit? That was beautiful. There you have some Pyrex, $25. I didn't think that was that bad. But that men's traveling case was in phenomenal condition. I don't know that it was ever used, to be honest with you. So here are three little, wow, oh my goodness, they're candles. They're wax. Wax was the word. These are little wax mice. I thought they were absolutely adorable. It was only $3 for the set. I kind of regret not getting them, especially for $3. There definitely was room for profit. Oh my goodness, and I had to show you this. I mean, hello, 68 through about 75. My goodness. Oh, and then this lamp here with this plastic shade. Ugh. I mean, you want to talk about tacky. That is it. Here we have a little miniature stalking panther. He's very angry. Oh, and I just actually purchased this particular ashtray. My grandmother had this ashtray, and there are two toucans coming out of them. It was in really good shape. Now, I actually did find the one that I found was in a box. And I'm going to loop around. See, there, so much for that smooth camera work, huh? Because I wanted to show these flashed on. The paint is flashed on. Fired on, not flashed, pardon me. That pink and the green. Now, I didn't know because was like, are these vintage or are these new? Because the condition was just absolutely phenomenal. There was a little ding down there, but I was like, but these tops, I don't know. I think it was $7 for the set. Even if it was new, I still feel like there was definitely resale value to it. I was checking out the oil and vinegar. I was seeing if this was an atomic pattern. It was not. I was like, what are you? And that camera angle, Michael, still ain't helping you figure it out. I don't know. Now, Michelle, Comfy Cozy Living, actually, I know that she sold an identical one of those pizza pans before. Very kitschy. Do you see that green tin down there? I thought that was adorable. Obviously, we were now in a different booth here. Kind of wanted to check it out. Didn't really find anything, but, I'm giving a tour. It's the experience. I don't think that you always have to buy to have a good time, Sometimes you just got to enjoy the journey. We're out, we're about, it's a beautiful day. I'm obviously in a very nice store. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to say, that the staff was absolutely lovely. Don't worry, in the wrap-up, I will make sure to give them a special shout-out, too. So we are, we're about done here. You're getting an overall look of it. And as promised, we are going to take a peek at the basket. And this is everything that I got today. I gotta say, I was super pleased. Super pleased with it. Mm-hmm. Psych. I was downstairs and I was just perusing around again, and I got this absolutely immaculate condition chenille bedspread for just $18. And now we're done, and we'll do the wrap up here in the car.
Well, Rust and Shine, honey, how are ya? She did us good today. Before I get too far into this. I just want to say, Carol, Sarah, it was a pleasure meeting you ladies today. You were delightful. It was certainly a pleasure. The store, it was beautiful, as you guys saw. We found some amazing pieces. No, they weren't thrift store prices, but we're not at a thrift store. However, that said, finding the prices that we found this stuff at a vendor mall for the price point that we found them at, I think was pretty darn good. I would highly recommend Rust and Shine. I mean, hello, they have an appreciation for Rust right in the title. How can you not love them? Beautiful store, immaculately kept. It smells really good in there. Friendly staff. And you guys, one of our very own, Cindy J, has a booth there. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to the website down below in the description. I really appreciated it, ladies. It was a fantastic time. We got some amazing things. Talk about the kitsch. Rust and Shine brought the game. I'm impressed. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up and we'll see you in the next video. And until then, you guys, remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and most importantly, keep it dusty. Bye, guys.